DC News now at 7. A man struck and killed on 295 while he waited for a tow truck. Now there's a search for the driver who took off without stopping.
I just beg whoever did this to come forward.
Tonight, the family of Reese Harris reflects on the life of a loved one as they continue looking for answers.
And lucky to be alive, a Fairfax County police officer nearly killed by an out-of-control car that barreled over a highway median tonight. The shocking video that's just been released.
And the race for the U.S. Senate seat being vacated by Maryland's Ben Cardin, only a day old, but already heating up. Tonight, why a Montgomery County council member thinks he will be the best choice to represent Maryland in the Senate.
And weather-wise, I know it was another great day across the DMV. A few of our counties dealing with heavy snowfall. We'll check out that forecast coming up.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 7 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmin Mahfouz. And developing now in the district, police need your help in finding the driver responsible for a deadly hit and run. 30-year-old Reese Harris waited for a tow truck when he was struck and killed.
That happened early yesterday morning in the southbound lane of 295 near the exit for the Naval Research Laboratory. DC News Now's Dave Laval spoke with Harris's family.
Reese Harris worked as a bartender here at Blue Jacket Brewery. He left after his shift ended early Monday morning and was on his way home to Fort Washington when he died.
A clown, a showman, everybody loved him.
Patricia Harris wants to find the person who ended the life of her son, Reese.
Right now, there's no room for anger. I just beg whoever did this to come forward.
The 30-year-old Harris died early Monday morning on southbound I-295 near the Naval Laboratory exit. Someone struck him while Harris waited outside his car for a tow truck.
How low do you have to go to be able to hit somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning and just leave?
Harris's aunt passed the scene while she drove north into D.C. for work.
I noticed that there was no cars coming on the other side, and I was wondering what had happened, but it never occurred to me that it was him.
Harris earned the title of Duke of Libations for his bartending skills. Many of those memories he created with his wife of 8 years, Senya.
It's heartless, it's cruel, I don't know how anybody could do it. I don't know how anybody could hit a person and just drove off.
Harris's family planned to celebrate his 31st birthday May 27th. Instead, they're now preparing for his funeral. That service is expected to take place next week. D.C. police told us they're looking for a 1999 to 2003 Ford Windstar minivan. They don't know the color, but they believe it has a cracked windshield and a busted driver's side headlight. You're asked to call D.C. police if you have any information. In Navy Yard, Dave Laval, D.C. News Now.
And all new tonight, new video out of Virginia showing a terrifying crash in Fairfax County. Now, a warning, though, this story has video not suitable for some viewers.
Yeah, so a routine traffic stop nearly resulted in the death of a Fairfax County officer when another car sped across the median after losing control. Now, Fairfax police have released the footage of that incident, saying the car was going over 120 miles per hour. The officer was on the southbound side of the Fairfax County Parkway during the stop. And heading northbound, you're going to see it on your screen. A 17-year-old, again, going 120 miles per hour right there, loses control. A teenage driver crosses a median with the officer getting out of the way just at the last second.
Yeah, not only did the officer only sustain minor injuries, so did the driver whose car was struck, the teen driver, and 2 passengers inside the speeding vehicle. The teen has now been charged with reckless driving.
And DC News Now is your local election headquarters. And new developments tonight in the race to succeed longtime Maryland Senator Ben Cardin.
Yeah, less than 24 hours after Cardin announced he will not seek re-election in 2024. One candidate has already joined the race, and many others could follow suit.
Yeah, it's a race that could help decide control of the Senate in 2024. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming talked to the first candidate to declare, Will Jawando, a Montgomery County councilman.
As Leonard reports, we could be heading for a fierce primary come next year.
It very well could be a packed primary. Rarely does a Senate seat come open in Maryland, and there are many big names, both in the Democrat and Republican sides, taking a close look at who tries to succeed Senator Cardin.
I'm a lifelong Marylander. We have a great state, and Senator Cardin has served it admirably for the last 57 years.
In declaring his candidacy, Montgomery County Councilman Will Juwando says he's seeing a lot of people struggling in the state.
Many of them are unsure if our democracy can deliver on some of the basic things that we thought were part of the American dream.
It is a race that is expected to attract other high-profile Democrats, such as Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks and U.S. Representatives David Trone and Jamie Ratskin.
Well, Maryland rarely has an open Senate seat, which means anytime you have one, you're going to have a lot of ambitious politicians, particularly on the Democratic side, running.
This is Larry Sabato, the founder and director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics.
So you have to say Democrats are favored here, though Larry Hogan would certainly be a strong candidate for Republicans.
The Republican former governor left office with high popularity numbers, but a Republican hasn't held a Maryland seat since 1987.
He has said he doesn't want to run for the Senate, so we'll see.
Juwando says Maryland must keep a bold progressive in the Senate.
So I think this will be a race. It'll be about ideas. It'll be about who's going to work and get around the state and talk to voters.
We've reached out to some of the other potential candidates mentioned, but so far, none are revealing their plans. But there is time. Reporting from the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now. Back to you.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed today. Increasing clouds here in the DMV, but we have a few of our counties. This is what they are dealing with. You cannot even see out there. This is out towards Garrett County, complete whiteout conditions. We have heavy snowfall that is currently coming down, already about 4 inches on the ground out towards Garrett County. And so we're going to continue to watch this winter weather advisory be in place until about 10 a.m. Tomorrow morning. Solely for that county. And so the totals for today from Oakland up to about 3 to 4 inches, Grantsville 2 inches, but that's accumulating snow here in the next few hours. I think we're going to have totals near 5 to 6 inches, and this is another 24-hour event where we're going to watch the snowfall coming down. As this moisture continues to track more towards the east and south at this point, it's transitioning into a little bit of rain, and that's what we are seeing across the DC metro area at this time. Cumberland into Kaiser, kind of in that dividing line where you're dealing with some sleet and snow. We'll check out the forecast because we have changes that's going to allow for a little bit more sunshine. I'll show you when coming up.
Jessica, thank you. And happening now in the district, the search is on for 3 suspects and a shooting that happened near Logan Circle. A man was shot after trying to stop a scooter from being stolen. So police say 3 teens attempted to steal a moped when a witness tried to intervene. That man, who was also on a scooter, was shot and the 3 teenagers ran away.
Well, roads have now reopened in Illinois after this dust storm triggered a chain reaction crash that killed at least 6 people. It happened Monday morning on I-55 that stretches down to St. Louis. The crash involved 40 to 60 cars and about dozens of tractor trailers, but 2 of them caught on fire. 37 people were hurt, taken to the hospital to be treated for injuries. And all new tonight, loneliness or isolation could be as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes per day. That according to a new health advisory from the United States Surgeon General.
Yeah, Raquel Martin spoke to the nation's top doctor who is declaring the issue of loneliness as a health epidemic.
We've got to take this seriously.
U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy is declaring loneliness among Americans a public health crisis.
People are suffering out there.
According to a new health advisory published Tuesday, roughly half of U.S. adults report experiencing loneliness or isolation. He warns, left unattended, the issue has deadly consequences.
Their risk of heart disease goes up. Their risk of dementia and stroke goes up. Their risk of premature death goes up to a level comparable to that of smoking daily.
The problem also has financial consequences. According to the report, isolation among older adults costs taxpayers billions more in Medicare each year. and leads to $154 billion of lost productivity each year for U.S. businesses.
This is an area where we can take action.
Dr. Morthy is encouraging Americans, religious groups, and community organizations to reach out.
To see how they are, to ask them how they're feeling.
There's just no replacing that.
Dr. Mitch Pristine with the American Psychological Association says the report also highlights the need to stay offline.
Especially for young people, the more time they're spending on social media, the more they're losing out on some of the social experiences they would otherwise have. So we have kids more lonely, experiencing more social anxiety.
Right now, Democrats and Republicans are pushing legislation to try and dial back social media use, especially among kids. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Well, Montgomery County Council members joined today by health and education professionals to present a proclamation that recognizes the month of May as Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah, so in the most recent health survey, Montgomery County residents reported mental health as their top health-related concern. More than 1 in 4 reported a history of depression.
So you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, you can call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. Again, that number, 988.